with the use of AI tools and all those things, we have all the machines integrated to our CAD system or PLM system if we want. So directly from the digital data, we can put the values to the machine and machine can give the output. So in every industry, they expect zero defect with minimum reduction of cost, whatever is possible. Also, data driven decision making requirements are highly increasing. With running of global competition and compliance, PLM is one of the core pillar of Industry 4.0. So let's first start by understanding what product lifecycle management is. So PLM refers product lifecycle management, as I told. It is the process of managing a product as it moves through typical stages of its product life. Okay. So let's take one scenario in order to understand little better. So when any vendor or company wants to create some product or they wanted to launch something in the market, first what they starts with. So first idea should be there. Then they will go for design. Once that expect design is done, then they will go for the manufacturing. Then it is introduced to the market. After taking feedback, eventually also they will try to improve. So let us say take an example of any mobile. So in mobile, after a few months, we will get the same mobile with little bit more features. So once after the product is launched, they will continuously take the feedback and they will again update the scenario, and they will again introduce the new version of the any product. So once it is introduced into the market, so definitely growth will happen. And after that, any product eventually decline or retire. So for real time understanding, we can take an example of Maruti 800, है ना? So nowadays you will rarely see that 800 running on the roads. Manufacturing is so definitely stopped a few years ago, okay, but even the product is not available into the market. So this entire journey is refers as a product lifecycle management. So basically, what nowadays software do is they are capable enough of maintaining the entire life cycle of any product. If we specifically talk about any PLM tool, okay, Teamcenter is one of that. We will see what others are and how they are capable of what. So it is not just like creating product and launching it into the market. It is something beyond that also. It also includes the marketing segments. So in general, if we define PLM, so we can say it's the integration of all aspect of product from its development to its ultimate decline in the market. So between this start and end point, everything which comes, it included into the product lifecycle management scenario. So this is the continuation of that previous slide only. So when we say PLM, na, there are certain other terminologies, and you must have heard the tool called like SAP, uh, PDM tools, PLM tools, and so I'll just give you little bit idea ki how they are different from each other. So SAP, lots of people has heard the name. So what is the difference between this kind of tool? So PDM is stands for like product data management. So PTC has developed one tool called Windchill. So if you have ever come across with PDM tool, specifically Windchill, so Windchill is more uh, developed for the product data management. So you will not have all the functionality of entire life cycle management for your product. It is more focused on our data management. When we say data management, so it is like MS Office data and our part data, means a CAD file, CAE file, or manufacturing file. Okay. And SAP is basically like it starts from EME or MES tool, like it also has the capability of, like industry wanted to have a record of how much stock they have for the particular production. Okay, where it that stock refers. Okay, uh, what how much amount of stock that we need to order, and little bit functionality of PLM as well. Okay, so basic difference between PLM, PDM, and uh, ERP, MES tools. So product data management, as I said, and by the image also we can understand ki it is more focused on our design data. So managing the BOM, so which is like bill of material. So we have two types of bill of material. One is related to MCAD, and one is related to ECAD. Okay, like data and manufacturing BOM. So they will have full-fledged capabilities of maintaining the product data related to our CAD and documentation. So PLM background. So product lifecycle management is a systematic controlled concept for managing and developing products and product related information. So if you see this image also, so it starts with the concept and it ends with the end of life. So here main aspect, or we can say portfolios, are listed out, but PLM involves from zero to end. Zero to end means, let us say, any product coming to our end user. End user means we are the end users. So company started thinking of developing something to the step where we will be receiving that product in our hand. So between that there are a lot of things that any organization is going through. Okay, so if we take an example of any car, so even though car usually takes 3 to 5 years of the span in order to build, so I'm talking about zero to final destination. Okay, so if we have existing chassis, then it may take 2 to 3 hours. But any new design, so right now EV cars are into the picture. So they are, lots of car are coming from the born electric. So when they started working on that particular product, है ना? So from that, when it comes to the end user, usually the span is 3 to 5 years. So in that, they do lots of research. So you must have seen those check black and white check printed car running on the road all over the India. So they do real time analysis also, ki how their machine or product is giving the response on different conditions, different atmosphere, different ambient temperature and all. So every company usually do search all kind of scenario. I took the example of car because we must have seen those cars running on the road before it is coming to the end user for usable purpose. Okay, so this is like how PLM operates with different phases, and we can say this is the background. So difference between PLM and PDM. So it is crisply written over here. So PLM is product lifecycle management. PDM stands for product data management. So PLM oversees every aspect of the product from conception to disposal or decline. However, PDM manages all of the data concerned with the product. That I have given you little bit of idea ki what data that includes. So here are phases of PLM. So here we can see concept, design, manufacturing, retire, service. So it start with any idealization that someone or team thought ki chalo let's bring this kind of particular product to the market. So then eventually they will start collecting the data. So now collecting the data has two aspect. So they need to survey the market, means where their company stands key after launching this product, because there will be always competitors, है ना? So any mobile company is launching any mobile, so what they are giving other than other vendors differently in the same price, that always end customer will ask the question. So collecting data has two aspects: market research and collecting data with respect to the product. what they wanted to build actually. So technical aspect of the product. Then when they collected the data, this is what we wanted to execute and this is how the shape looks like for our product. So then they will come into the digital environment of data. So they collected the data, they will form into the design, means they will use any of the CAD tool, okay, depending on the product. So their thought of data converts into the digital formation. Now after digital formation there are plenty of steps. If they wanted to go for RPT, if they wanted to go for simulation, if they wanted to go for cam machining, lots of things are there, defining jigs and fixture, path programming, है ना. So once after, as per the product requirement, everything is done, they will go for the manufacturing side. So once the manufacturing is done, eventually they will start the testing of the product, okay. So once the testing is successful, documentation is done, recording is done, then they will launch into the market. So at the time of launching they had to provide the service also. So like if we purchase the car, three service are free. If we purchase any product, one or two service, let us say AC, fridge, okay. So they will always give one or two services free to us, to any end user, okay. So they have to maintain the record of services also. So all these aspect are there for any product. All those aspect, from conception to the retirement of a product, are easily manageable in any of the proper PLM tool. So until now, if anyone is having any like doubt, or if they are not able to understand what we are talking, so you are welcome to ask the question, or else I'll just move forward. Okay. So here, work detail of each stage. So what generally people do under concept and design, development and manufacturing. So concept and design, competitor analysis. As I said, ki if I'm launching a mobile in 20,000, so I have to see ki what other brands are launching the mobile in 20,000 and what features they are giving. Because as a end user customer, if I go to market, I'll always ask ki what else you are giving, and what is the stability of your company into the market. So I will never purchase a mobile where I need to again visit every month to the service center for some glitches, है ना. So their stability also customer demand. So everything comes under the competitor analysis. Gaps in the market, you can find it out, you can give something where other brands are not giving, what customer actually is needed, and the product requirement. So all these things comes under the concept design. Under the phase of develop and manufacturing, so detailed production design is executed. As I said, prototype means 3D printing. One technology is there, if they need they can go for the 3D printing, and further refinement based on the feedback. Production and launch, so market ready version of the product, and launch and distribution to the market. So let's take a continuation with the car example. So Tata has manufactured the car, then they will go to the dealers, this will be the price, up to this only you can give the discount, है ना. So distribution to the market and launching the product. Now service and support. So Tata has manufactured the car, but Tata needs to open the service center also. So if any customer, general service is also there, and malfunction also they need to support. So you, whenever you launch any product, you must have the service and support. Then retirement, so product withdrawal from the market. I given you the example of Maruti 800, so it is not at all manufactured and running on the road. So absorption into the concept idea, so might be chance ki some other brands had overtaken, or now the product is not at all in the demand, ki the features are outdated, so customer don't demand, so we have to eventually stop the production. So here are the four stages of the PLM. So first is like introduction, the second is growth, the third is maturity, and the decline. So idea, design, and all these things, once after that is done, we will introduce that product into the market. So here the stages starts after you are ready with the production launch to the market, and we have introduced the product into the market. Now growth will happen. So depending on your product, how attractive your product is, how cheaper your product with more features and good quality, it will grow into the market. Then it will reach to the maturity level. Means mobile is the best example. So if I take the latest feature mobile today, after 6 months or 1 year now, definitely that mobile will be of like 10 years below to the line. That many features will introduce within 1 year nowadays. That is the scenario. So someday it will reach to the maximum level ki customer will stop purchasing that product, so it will go to the its maturity level. Then we have to decline or eventually stop the product from the market. So these are the stages of the product lifecycle management. So here is a flow chart, like on the x-axis time to market, and in the y-axis sales. So in introduction phrase, definitely there will be very less consumption of the product. Okay, because people will be come across key what is the feature, how stable your product is into the market. Now when it moves to the growth, so people are already come across, they will refer to the other persons. So eventually sale will grow high into the growth phase. And the maximum for any product you will find the maximum sale under the maturity phase. So maturity phase will have the maximum sales generally. Okay, and eventually decline phase will start decreasing the sales, and eventually that product will decline from the market. So here is the, in order to understand these phases graphically. So product example to understand those four stages like introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So here I took an example of car. So idealization and research begins here. Eventually product appears in the public with digital marketing, auto events. So we go to auto expo or any other event. Okay, before launching means you will get launch into the end user 1 or 2 years before. You can review, if you want to review that particular car or any product, so you can go to the relevant expo. So there you will be able to see the entire feature. Okay, so real time road test also they used to do. So growth phrase, car starts selling to the market with a few variants launch. So let's take an example of Maruti Suzuki. So Maruti Suzuki you will find like a Baleno, if we say so, Alpha, Delta, something like that, है ना? So the lowest version will have certain features. If you go to the next version, it will include some more features, and if you go to top model, then it will have most of the features that are needed for that particular car. So as demand goes more, new variants with categorized features will be launched. So if you also see key other brands or your customers are asking, so they will also introduce in between one more variant. Okay, so those variants are also part of the manufacturing. So uplift and facelift of the existing car model will be launched in the market. So recently Tata Tiago, है ना? So Tata Tiago was very old car. So recently, few days ago only, Tata uplifted that car with a different platform, and they have launched into the market. I guess it started for booking also. So maturity phase, the car is widely available for customer to use it. The features, performance, and reliability gets much better. Different type of high tech features get evolved rapidly. So right now ADAS is one of the best feature. And in the decline phase, due to extreme competition or sometimes the nature of the market, so definitely after 15 years every product has to start a reduction of the production, and eventually it goes off from the market. So the product is becoming obsolete after some years. That is so happens for every product. So here the three main elements of the PLM: the information and community technology, It includes the platform, system, and tool. So platform for proper PLM is like Teamcenter. The process, so which department are involved. So car example only, so like chassis department, hydraulics department, there are plenty of departments and plenty of people are working. So we need to maintain the organizational flow because we cannot give the rights and access to every person who is not at all related to the other department. Okay. And the third, method, so it includes the procedure, rules, and practices. So how you should be working when you are working with any big product, and when you are working with thousands of people together for same product. Evaluation of product lifecycle management. So if we can see in the image, so initial manual processes will be there, so little bit of paperwork, idealization, and collecting the documents, making the process, we have to take the permissions, we have to register our product, and lots of things will be there. So eventually we will be designing the same thing into any of the CAD tool. We will be doing some analysis and whatever the requirement for that particular product is. Then if required, we need to do enterprise resource planning, tools integration also. So one of the most important integration with PLM is CAD tools. So without CAD tools, PLM is like a handicap only. So because we need to maintain our data, 70% people use to PLM for the data management. So we have to do integration based on the organization and requirements. And modern connected PLM, so PLM is basically connected to all other tools as well as people, process, and organization. So it is like initially we used to do everything with the manual process. Nowadays lots of industry following entire things with the PLM only. There is almost zero, we can say, paperwork. So why do company needs PLM? So PLM is one single source of truth. So PLM keeps all product data like CAD, BOM, bill of materials, drawing, specification changes in one central system. So in layman's language, if you wanted to understand na, so we can say simple YouTube example है ना. So the same URL, I'll be watching the same video sitting in the India. Same URL, some other person can watch sitting in the China or wherever, है ना. So why they are able to use the able to see the same video with same URL? Because the data which they are seeing is coming from the same server. So here also in PLM case, whatever generally people access for the organization, it comes from the same server. So here there is a role of server, and remaining people will be clients, so they will access from the same machine, we can say. Okay, that's why it is called like single source of truth. Then better team collaboration, so as long as you are working from the same machine, so you will not be able to come across with the interlinked data overriding the data है ना, because there will be rules and regulations, it will stop you. So team collaboration, engineering, manufacturing, quality, supply chain, service team works on the same updated data, reducing silos, and miscommunications also will definitely stop. Because if I'm working with manually, so two peoples may communicate the same thing to the other in different way to execute. Here it won't happen, because rule will stop the wrong scenario. So third, faster time to market. So with controlled workflows and change management, companies can design, approve, and launch product faster. Okay. Fourth, strong changes and version control. So PLM tracks who change, what, and when. So as long as we are working with digital something, so definitely we will have a record of who has approved, who has changed that in recent times. So all the things we will be having the data. So ensuring proper approvals and preventing costly manufacturing or quality errors. Fifth, cost reduction. So definitely by working with any digital software now, we will be reducing our time, scrap, rework, all these things will automatically reduce. and eventually it affects the time. So time will automatically reduce by saving all these efforts. Sixth one is scale with business growth. So as product complexity increases, PLM provides structural and control to manage multiple variants and platforms. So, what is PLM software? So, PLM software is a solution that handles all of the data and process at every stage of product lifecycle. This includes managing information during the development of a product from inception through the manufacturing service disposal process. So, what PLM software has the capabilities generally? So, data sharing, change management, integrations, project management, all these particular capabilities. If any proper PLM tool is there, then it must have the capabilities like Teamcenter. So here is one example that I took. So this is our CAD data. So suspension of the car. So after the design, we may do the analysis, as you can see in the downside image. Okay, so all this data now, it is very important that this data should be integrated, or I should be able to see this data in my PLM tool. Otherwise, how I will be communicate, or how I will be telling my team to do the next step without going to them? Because if I need to call them or need to send the mail, then there is no use of PLM tool. So let us see the next image. So here you can see that this is the interface of the Teamcenter, which is the most powerful PLM tool. I have imported that data. So now in order to import it, now there are plenty of things that we need to do before. But here you can see the end result. So now I have loaded that entire data into my interface, and I will be supplying, or I will be adding, or the people whoever are working under this particular project are aligned to this particular server, है ना? So they will come to know when their uh, time comes for entering into the phase for editing or whatever production or whatever it is. Okay, so here you can see that same CAD data is integrated in our Teamcenter. So left side here you can see all the parts are there along with the assembly. So this is the language of Teamcenter. So here you can see this is the symbol of BOM, means a bill of material is there, means list of the parts we have generally in our, when we draft the assembly for any industry, we do provide the BOM. Okay, so here also when we software, we double click on this, we will be able to see our BOM. Here are all the parts that are listed out over here. Here is the CAD data. This is the representation of CAD data. At the same time, you are able to see the preview of that particular loaded assembly. Okay. So industry applications of Teamcenter PLM. Okay. So product data management. So it is centralized management of CAD files, drawings, specification, and engineering documents. Engineering change management. So this comes when uh, you must have heard terminology called CR, ECR, है ना? So change request, engineering change request. So once the product is launched, and if someone found that product is failing or any glitch is there, then anyone can raise that CR into the Teamcenter or any PLM tool, saying ki this product is failing with this reason into the market. So then the entire change management team will involve, and they'll do the procedure for recorrecting the scenario. Bill of material, so BOM management. So creation and management of engineering BOM, maintaining product structure consistency across all the departments. CAD integration, so definitely without a CAD, lots of things will not be executed. Workflows, so who like a workflow should be there, who will involve in design phase, who will involve to approve that design, who will involve in the integration phase, who will approve that. So all these people and departments are approval in the workflows, so they have to be assigned. So industries currently, which sector this particular PLM tools are being used. So you name any area of, or any sector of the production, you will find the PLM tools are being used. So automotive, aerospace and defense, industrial machinery, electronics and semiconductors, consumer products, medical devices. Medical field also is widely using CAD tools and PLM. Energy and utilities, so heavy engineering and manufacturing. So all the domains and people are forced to use the PLM in order to ease off the process. So what are the career opportunities once you learn any PLM tool or you get under the training? So these are the roles you may get in the industry. So if you are a team administrator, what generally your role would be? So you will be doing the management of team center installation, configuration, user administrator, workflows, and system maintenance. So these let you must have aware as a designer, what generally you used to do, you do design in any of the CAD tool, you do draft or you give it to the CA person for simulation. That is what you used to do. So if you are team center administrator, you generally do all these things, and based on what organization demands, you also follow the same. If team center developer, so these are the role like develop and customize team center solution, workflows, forms, reports, and integration based on business requirements. For PLM consultant, analyze the business process and implement PLM solutions using Teamcenter to improve the product development and lifecycle management. For PLM support engineer, providing technical support, troubleshooting, system monitoring, and issue resolution for Teamcenter environment. Teamcenter Integration Engineer. So design and implementing the integrations between Teamcenter, CAD applications, ERP systems, and other enterprise solutions. Application Engineer in PLM. So it supports product data management, change management, and engineering process using Teamcenter application. For CAD and PLM engineer, so basically it works with the CAD and PLM system to manage engineering data, bombs, documents, and product structures. Implementation engineers participate in Teamcenter deployment projects, include installation, configuration, customization, testing, and user training. System analyst, so it gathers the business requirements, analyze workflows, and recommend Teamcenter based solution. So whatever I have explained, so what we are offering for the training, let us say if it is there in the, okay, yes, training outcomes are there. So we start with the proper understanding of the structure of a PLM. Okay, there is lot of theories there, and there is a entire installation. So major part is there for installation, lots of technologies are there. Then install and configure team center. So perform team center installation, deployment, and basic system configuration in a controlled environment. Okay, then you will learn manage data using team center application. So how to understand the interface, how to create the things in the team center, how to organize them, how to search them, how to revise them, and manage the product related information using team center applications and modules. Okay, administer team center environment. So there are people who needs to involve in some specific scenario, so how to give the restrictions and rules to them. So configure user roles, groups, access control, workflows, and data management. Implement team center integration. So the most important is how to integrate the CAD tools in order to use the data management of CAD. Then develop and customize the Teamcenter solution. So create and modify Teamcenter customizing using development frameworks. Business rules are there, forms are there, workflows are there. Troubleshoot and maintain Teamcenter system. So if any error comes, what error it is, how to find where you will find the error, and how to solve the error. Okay. Apply Teamcenter best practices. So implement industry standard practices for PLM deployment, data governance, system administration, and customization. Execute end-to-end team center projects. So demonstrate the ability to configure. You will come to know how to configure, how to integrate, and how to customize the team center data. Enhance the industry readiness. So gain practical skills required for roles such as team center administrator, team center consultant, developer, support engineer. Here I have a few more small videos to just give you a brief that how software works. So let me first. mm, okay. So here I am just opening the software. So this is how the interface looks like. Okay. So here in this phase you will have all the functionality, saved data. Left side is like information that you come across. Right side the particular node information. So I'm going and creating a new folder first. So how we wanted to organize our data precisely, so depending on that we can create a folder, and inside that we can create items and all the hierarchy. So I have created a folder called my assembly data. Okay. Then I am selecting right now the icon. If you can see, very small icon is there, so that is CAD. NX is integrated. So if NX is not integrated, we will get the error key it is not integrated. So NX must be integrated. So NX is open. Now I am creating. So if anyone use the NX now, so in normal NX when you take the new file now, you won't find all these parameters like ID, revision and name. Okay. So Teamcenter understands or store the data in form of name and ID. That is very important for Teamcenter. So each product will have unique ID. Okay. So it will be very easy to understand and put into the structure. So here I am defining some random ID, and particularly name is very important. So I'm just defining some name. So test01 underscore block. So I'll be creating now block. So this particularly I'm doing the things in CAD tool. Okay. So I have created the block, just assigning the rendering. So we have to save the data. So now what I did is I'm saving this JT data. So this JT data is important if you want to do some manipulation, and if you want to see the visualization in the Teamcenter without opening your CAD tool every time. Okay. So now I'm closing the NX. So I exited from the software, and now I'm expanding my particular item now. Then you can see the CAD data, and the visualization data is available with me. So here you can see. Okay. So without opening the CAD tool, we will be able to see what product is. If you wanted to check the length, width and certain few parameters are there, so that we are able to do. Okay, so the small video represent how CAD and Teamcenter works in integrated phase. So here is also like same thing. Already created item is there. I'm adding the data set, just forwarding. So here what I'm doing, in last video I did created the data set. Okay, so I'll just go back. So in my last video I created first folder, then I created the structure, then I created the new block. Okay, by opening the software. Here what I'm doing is, you can see already the structure is there. Okay, called my item 01. Now I am adding a data set in order to add my CAD part file. Okay, but here if you see I have selected the option. So I am importing the existing data. So here one block is already there. So that particular part I am uploading. So now when I expanded, so you can see here only CAD file is there. So that's why I'll not be able to see the visualization data over here, even though when I select this particular tab. Okay. So for that, what I have to do, as I said you, we have to save the JT data. The full form is that Jupyter translation. Okay. So this particular template you need to save in your CAD file, then only you will be able to see in the visualization mode. So now you can see another node is created with the visualization. Okay. Now you will be able to see the block. Uh, so here So here, what I'm doing, I have shown you the example of individual standalone component. Okay. Now, what if we wanted to integrate the assembly? I have shown you that picture where the assembly is imported. Okay. So right now I'm importing the assembly. So I'm accessing the NX, going for the here we if we have an integrated annex, then only you will find this particular option key import assembly option. So I am importing the assembly. So when I select the option, the concern dialog box is open where I have to make some selection. I'm going to the assembly. I'm importing the assembly which has the four parts. So here when you load the assembly, all the parts will be listed something like this. So object name will refer whatever you have given part file name while creating in your CAD data. Okay. IDs will be locked. So Teamcenter has a tendency to define ID by their its own. So there is a program, okay, that we can't change. But here, which is the most important thing, that you need to change the name. So eventually, like whatever ID is there, it will be the name as a reflection. But for each part, that's why it is very important ki when you save your part file in CAD data na, you give the perfect or proper name. So that name I am replacing, so it will be easy for me or any person to identify ki what this particular part is. So I have replaced all the name with the correct part. Okay. So then I'll do the needful whatever is supposed to be done, and I'll be defining key where I wanted that assembly to be imported, because in we cannot like put the way we put the data in software. Okay. So precise folders and things we have to define, so it will be very easy to identify. So you can see under this particular folder I have imported this. It is a fast video, so let me just go to the end. So once I select and open, see it is opened in the CAD file. Okay. So this is how we can import the CAD data, and eventually also we can work with the individual part file and assemblies. So we have given you the overview of PLM, what tool that is capable enough for maintaining the entire product life cycle. Okay, that is Teamcenter, and I said like PDM tool Winchill is there. So Mohan, I guess I have completed. So if any participant is having any question, queries, so you may ask over here.
Yes, yes. Now it's time for a Q&A session. If someone is having any doubt, you can ask. I think in chat box there is no messages.
Chat box is not there. Yes.
In chat box, nothing. Nobody was posted anything. If you have any doubts, you can ask now.
Yeah, I am here. If anyone is having any query, concern, wanted to know more, so I'm here to answer.
Okay, so sir, actually, like I have a like doubt, like how,
Yes,
like
yes.
after this course, what role we can apply to the companies like admin or like consultant?
Yes, yes. So the roles I have mentioned, those are the roles you will be able to crack the interview. Okay. So when you gone through any CAD center and you learn the designing, you will be able to do for 5 6 roles, है ना? So same way you are ready for 6 7 roles out of what I have mentioned. So now based on your interest key, where you wanted to go, you wanted to go for PLM consultant, you wanted to go for administrator, that is up to you. What you find the best for you to start the career, or what are the opportunities industry is giving you in order in that particular role. So that depends on two things.
Okay. Uh, and one more thing, like for this PLM, what I feel is practice is like most mandatory thing. So how we will be
Compulsory, mandatory.
yeah. So how we will be giving
So
the access to like
uh,
practice or learning?
so we will be teaching you the theory, then we will be starting with the software session also, and we will be giving you the remote access to practice, and the same what we have discussed that you will be generating.
Okay, so that will be like 24/7 access or like only limited time?
That Mohan can give you the correct answer. How it will be?
Like we'll give the 24/7, but thing is like sometimes due to some network issue or internet issue, if it's disconnected, no, then in office nobody will be there. So other
Okay,
than that,
okay.
you can access at any time, no problem.
Okay, okay. Got you.
So we'll give the
And
your name virtual machine will provide to you, so we can access it
okay,
at any time. You can work on it. So daily,
okay,
like as Prakash sir said, daily we'll fix some time and we'll do the training session. Then later on, you can work your own. So at any time.
okay. So it's like multiple access. Like here, let's say like 7 people are there. So anybody can log in at any time. Yeah.
Individually,
So
we'll
everyone
provide you the
will
separate.
provided with individual access, not same for everyone.
Mm.
Okay, okay. And there are some thing like rich client customization, server customization, client customizations, and all. Like, are those being taught in this session?
Like customization is there, but not developing kind of customization is there. Like if I wanted to customize any structure in the Teamcenter, what is there as my organization is needing, so through BMIDE we can do that. Customization is there. Administrating side customization is also there. If you wanted to maintain the organization roles, users, and everything, that is included into this course.
So this is the phase
Okay,
1 level. So initially we have to undergo these all our things. If you are aware all those things already, then you can go for the server side customization or rich client customization something.
okay.
But if you are new to the Teamcenter, no, then this is the phase 1. So then
Yes,
later
yes.
stages you can go to the entire customization related. Now in this phase, no, so some part of customization will teach them something like BMID.
Okay, okay. And what about like any prerequisites required to like start this course? Like any software or anything, or
If
directly?
you have a CAD knowledge, then it will be good. Design software knowledge. Any software
Yeah.
is okay, fine, no problem. But we'll teach on Teamcenter with a NX integration. We have NX license and Teamcenter license. We can integrate both.
Okay. And currently, can I know like what companies are hiring at least like in and around Hyderabad?
In and around Hyderabad, like most of the software companies are doing the same. But thing is like only it is a consultancy job. It is not like
Yeah.
OEMs are recruiting directly and giving the job.
Okay.
Correct? So they like even TCS also having and some companies are there purely working on Teamcenter consultancy related. But those are all
Okay.
are they have the business. They are launching their own company. So Teamcenter
Okay. Got it.
consultancy is like that.
Done. Done. Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Any more?
Hi, sir. Yeah, this is Ram.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm as I said earlier, we have an experience in Next as well as CAD Teamcenter as a user experience. So I can
Mhm.
what are the things you are, I mean, base things like how to create an item revision, how to create BOM, how to release the parts. Those all I'm aware of that one. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking of like for that, I'm as I wanted to go to development side. So when I can expect that concepts like in this course you said like BMID will be covered, right? That is without coding.
And installation also is included. Are you aware about installation?
No, sir. I
Teamcenter.
don't have any installation or administration experience. Only
Mhm.
user experience. How
Yes,
to?
yes.
I mean, yeah. Direct.
So we did the installation, integration, and user interface and customization. All 4 modules we are going to cover.
Okay.
But out of 4, we are already aware one module. But a few
Yeah.
more things will be there. Like as a
Yes.
user, you are
Correct.
created maybe a data and a data set. But there are
Yeah.
workflows to be created and change management to be created. So a lot of things are there in the user side also.
Yeah. Yes. Only I will. Because I'm working in a CAD environment, so that is also like integrated CAD. That's it. Simply, we have
Correct,
a
correct.
team center
Yeah,
with with
generally the people who worked in a CAD and they need to work with Teamcenter, they know 4 or 5 things like item, checkout, check-in, data set, and all those things. But there are workflows, there are users management, there is change management. You know, you will come to know all these parameters in a user. These are proper parts of user application only.
But
yeah.
you, as a design engineer, you have the limited access and limited things to do. but we'll
Correct,
give the software entire open. So it is a software, it is used in the entire industry. So will not be any limitation in that. But we need to create the data, like we need to data for the managing something. That is only the thing. But we'll give the entire industry software. So it is
Okay.
open for everyone.
Okay. And how long will be the duration of this course, sir? I mean, like,
So duration based on your time, like for each course there are 40 hours, 50 hours we need to spend, and per day how many hours we will spend on that. Based on that, almost it is a 200 hours course will be there. Moreover, combine everything.
yeah, if we combine everything, I think
Mm.
customize everything will comes under around
Mm.
150
Correct,
to
correct.
200 hours.
Mm.
So after, I
So
mean, after this
150,
completing
at least
basic
150 hours will be there. These for like installation, integration, and user interface and BMIDE. So almost around 150 hours of course will be there.
Okay. So these all we will be these are the concepts we are covering in this course, right, sir? As of now.
Yeah, these four topics only we are covering as of now for phase one. If the
Okay.
same persons are continuing for phase two, then we'll think about the entire customization server side and other
Okay.
things.
For that, any language we have to learn, sir, like C, C++, anything for that?
Definitely languages are needed. Yes,
Yeah.
no, Shardul?
Yes, you must have a complete knowledge of C, C++, SQL, and everything. Then only you can do, because the developing side people who are working now, if they are mechanical engineer, they must have learned the languages. Without that, you can't do, because it is same like how any company is creating the app or website.
Correct. Yeah.
That is what Teamcenter development is. So for that, definitely you have to learn the any language first.
Okay.
So for that
But
only we
that's
are
for
thinking like
phase
this
two,
is the
right?
phase one.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. That's for
For these
phase two,
topics,
right? Like what you're
Yeah, that is for
um,
phase two. Right now, that's what we
for,
have cleared. Ki this is phase one.
mm,
So these are the mandatory things that one should know. Ki kya,
mm,
what is there, how it is working, and what are the things inside the team center.
okay, okay.
for these things, if you have some basic knowledge about CAD, that is fine. So other than that, we are not
For
expecting
what
anything
we have
from you.
explained, you don't need to know anything else other than little bit of idea of CAD and engineering
Mm.
you have done. That is enough.
Yes.
Okay. Clear.
So any more?
No, sir. As of now, fine. Thank you.
So Prakash sir? Hello sir, are you there? So 1 minute, I am calling to Prakash sir. So see. So the session is it is mostly like clear your doubts and other things. So remaining things we can discuss with Prakash sir. So he will decide the what are the price and when you want to start the class and other thing. So we'll be leaving like Shardul and me are leaving the session. So you can be stay there here only. So Mr. Prakash will continue the remaining things.
Okay.
Shardul, we can disconnect.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
then
okay.
okay, then I can wind up, sir. No problem.
Okay,
Sorry?
okay.
Thank you.